some people might say, oh, well, that's just because you don't pull on all the new units. Yeah, but that's how you play gacha games, bro. You pick and choose who you want to pull for. You can't just pull for everything as a free-to-play player and expect that you can pull on everything as a free-to-play player. Like, let me talk about the little thing that apparently a lot of people are actually very upset with 2.3. They think the compensation is not adequate to the celebration. And you know, anyone can have this opinion, right? I'm not saying that you have to copyright Kuro games in any sort of fashion, okay? I think being critical is one of the best parts about having opinions, you know? Like, having an opinion, oh, I like this, like, that's, nobody gives a fuck, right? People like it when they disagree with you, or they hate it because you disagree with you. You know, that interacts engagement, that entices conversation. I think those are the opinions we should be listening to, no matter how deranged or unhinged they are. But you have to listen to these people, right? And I think the reason why it's important to listen to people like that, specifically, is because sometimes they're right. And personally, I have no issue with the compensation, with the rewards we're getting, right? But I've delved into the criticism a little bit, and on why people are upset, and why they feel like they've been cheated and stuff like that. And I just want to like talk a little bit about that real quick. I know, let me just grind something real quick. What I need, because it's not just a couple seconds. I think this might be a bit of a segment. So as you let me recap you. All right, people are upset because the anniversary gifts are not something they expected, or they're less than they expected. And they think the compensation that we got the 30 pulls or 10 premium, 10 premium or weapon pulls and 10 normals is just a reason for them, or like they already wanted to give that out, but now they're using it like it's compensation for everything, to make it all better, like damage control stuff, right? But but people like to pretend that they already were planning on giving it, but they're using it now as to take out the fire, right? Now I think that's deranged. I think that's unhinged. I think that's very, very delusional to think that. Okay, just because Genshin devs did it in the past doesn't mean everyone does that, all right? And from the way I've seen it, it's more like they just didn't expect the backlash for whatever reason, right? Because a lot of people say this just looks like a normal patch, and honestly, I can definitely agree with that statement. That yeah, it kind of looks like just a regular patch, right? And then on top of that, we got a couple rewards, just, you know, that's it. And obviously we got a special banner, but that's just all money. It's not free. Nothing is free. And I think the lack of the free rewards or free anything that we're getting is also a big factor on why people are upset. And let me tell you why. Because now people are gonna feel like fools for summoning on the character banners when they have banners coming later on that are way better. Now, I would agree with that if I didn't already knew that. I've played gacha games for years now, okay? I know how they operate, I know how they do things, and anniversaries are special events, special happenings, right? And normally they give the players a lot of like free stuff, a lot of like good like value stuff, you know? And one of the things is giving them exceptionally good banners, right? And so I knew this. I knew this would happen. I knew they would at least release banners later on with very good compensation or a very good value. I knew this would happen. Oh, they don't respawn? Okay. I knew this would happen. And somehow people didn't or something. At least that's what I think happened. Because if you don't understand or don't have any pre-existing knowledge on how most gacha games celebrate their anniversaries, that's mostly the way they do it. Now, obviously, I don't have a huge arsenal I can just, you know, pick out of my brain real quick to like give examples. But one of the biggest examples I can give is the game I've played the longest. I think that's a very valid opinion because I've seen 8 anniversaries for this game, right? I've been playing this game for 8 years straight. I haven't missed any of the anniversaries. I've seen all of them. I've been interacting with all of them, and that's Dokkan Battle. Now you might have actually heard me talk about Dokkan Battle a little bit on my channel, maybe on my streams, maybe even seen streams of me playing Dokkan Battle, right? Wait, there's one more, I think. So, Dokkan Battle does it like this. They bring out a unit, or actually more. They bring 3 units on part 1, right? That's new, by the way. It used to be 2, now it's 3. For the 10th anniversary, that was recently, in January or February. They brought out 3 new premium units, right? On one banner. This was crazy. This has never happened ever. This was all new. Used to be 2 separate banners. So it was like it's called a dual Dokkan Fest. And the rarity is an LR, which is the highest rarity in the game. And they released 2 banners. They were separate. And you could pull on them, right? 50 stones equal to 10 pulls. Now, the game itself gave 1,200 stones from just login events, different story events, other stuff like that, right? Difficult events that are more catered to like hardcore players or more long-time players, which some people are upset about, absolutely. I think it's foolish that they are upset about it though, because, well, I mean, you only want free to play players and new players to have fun, you know. They don't respawn even after that. When do they respawn? That's annoying. Okay. So anyway, so that was the latest anniversary. It was crazy, right? Lots of events, lots of rewards, all that. Now, from what I've seen, right, we're getting a lot of rewards just from the get-go, right? Just log in, boom, here we go, 30 summons, or some people like to call it 10 or 20 because the normal banners are not really that great. Nobody really pulls on them, and etc., right? So it's kind of a throwaway multi. Let me just get this tower real quick. So yeah. So people were upset because it's too low. Now, like I said, I don't agree with that sentiment. I think it's fine. I think anything you get for free is great, right? But if they wanna, you know, I would rather them put out content and give out the equivalent of the same rewards. Where the fuck is this tower? I'm going the complete opposite way. And so far I've been very okay with how many rewards this game gives out. Now, some people might say, oh, well, that's just because you don't pull on all the new units. Yeah, but that's how you play gacha games, bro. You pick and choose who you want to pull for. You can't just pull for everything as a free-to-play player and expect that you can pull on everything as a free-to-play player. Like, you can't expect that, bro. Like, I don't know why people expect that, or want to be able to pull on every single banner, right? And then get mad when the anniversary rolls around that you knew was gonna happen, alright? If you had a brain, you knew anniversary was gonna roll around. And then, boom, now you can summon for these characters that you skipped because you saved for a fucking special anniversary, right? That's how you play gacha games. And I think the players and the people that complain are the people that don't understand how to manage their pools properly, right? I think if you know how to adequately, collect, not collectly, what's the word? Fuck me. Appropriately, manage your funds, right? So, not summon on every fucking banner for a character that you like, right? You just save up for big anniversaries or big celebrations that are coming up, right? Then you would have been able to pull on the brand new units and the banners that are coming with all the other units on top of that. Who the hell is this? Oh, it's a boss. Okay. So, do I say that every complaint is invalid because they didn't save up? No, I don't think so. I think everyone has their right of opinions, no matter how ignorant they might be. I think it's fine, right? And sometimes you have to calculate and take into account the average player, right? Oh, what the fuck? Why did that happen? And if the average player feels like they felt betrayed or don't think they got enough compensation, then they didn't get compensation. That's kind of how it works, right? If you en masse decide, yo, this is not what we wanted, it's kind of the responsibility of the game and the game developers to give them what they want, right? Now, obviously, there's nuances to this. I don't believe you just have to, if everyone says, oh, we want a free pull on every banner, right? Maybe, like, if this game's still around, like, in 10 years, that might be a case, right? There might be a case for that. But now, there's not that many units, and giving free multis on banners just because people want, that's crazy, right? So, there's, like, certain, like, boundaries that the game has to keep. But I do think that for anniversary, I think they can go a little bit crazier, right? I think that is definitely there's definitely a case there for saying the anniversary is not adequate enough for the majority of people, the majority of probably free-to-play players and maybe even pay-to-win players, right? Even the whales. Because just because they're whales doesn't mean they don't like free rewards, you know? And on top of that, Wuthering Waves isn't the most fun gambling game, in my opinion. It is very straightforward. It's very boring, right? You just pull until pity and you got them, right? And if you get them early, that's great, right? That's cool, but 9 out of 10 times that's not happening. So normally just pull until you pity him, right? So maybe they can like do something with that, make the gambling aspect a little bit more interesting. What the hell is this? Sword paddle. Oh, hey, nice. I happen to have that sword. So on that aspect, I fully agree with the criticism regarding the complaints on the compensation or the rewards for that matter. Oh, I need another sword. How did I get that? Do I have to fight somebody for it again? Guy there? That gave me a sword, right? Whatever. I'll leave here, by the way. I don't need to be here anymore. The enemies are gone. I lost my train of thought there a little bit. Oh, I need these, yeah. Damn it, I lost my train of thought. Regardless. The criticism stands, people are upset, and I think Kuro Games has to fix it. However, they think is the best way possible. Now you gotta admit, or you gotta like understand that Kuro Games is not the most knowledgeable about how the players think. I do think that they understand game mechanics very well, and what are annoying game mechanics and what are acceptable game mechanics, and game mechanics that make something more easy or difficult. I think they're very well versed in that aspect. I think game design, they're great. But I don't think they're very good in the social science of the gacha game genre. And that is, you're playing with, or you're having, how do you say this? You got people that play your games, or play your game, right? And they expect certain things from the game, and when they don't meet that certain expectations, then people will either you know, complain about it, or they're going to be very respectful about it, right? Either two. Some people complain, some people are very respectful, like survey and all that, right? And I think they do great with surveys and everything, and they really try to listen to the players. I don't disagree on that at all. Some people say Kuro Games just as bad as Hoyoverse, and I fully disagree on that. Because Hoyoverse, Genshin, like, that game has been how old now? And they still have experienced the same issues that they were having 5 years ago. Like, yeah, you know, it's not the same. It's totally not the same. Also, you can tell that from version 1.1 to version 2.1, or 2.0, I mean, it's a huge difference. Like, the game is better. The way they portray stories is better. Overall character writing, stories, bit of lag animation sometimes. Only like the really climactic parts have like really good animations. But I think they could have maybe incorporated a little bit more than that. But regardless, right? The game is in like the best state it has ever been, and it keeps improving like every update, in my opinion. So I do think that you also have to keep that into account. Like, oh, I want more free rewards or gifts for anniversary, which is totally valid. But you're also getting one of the best gacha games on the market, right? Now, I don't want to like say that people are ungrateful or anything like that. I don't think you have to be grateful for a functioning and good game, right? I think you can, you know, be appreciative for it, right? That's totally valid, right? If you want to be appreciative towards that, then that's totally okay. It's more that you don't have to be. And some people feel like they have to be grateful just because the game is good. And I disagree with that completely. But going back to the whole bad thing, how they can fix it. I think I can talk about the drama and how, you know, how I think some people are a bit stupid about it. That's fine, right? But I actually want to like come up with a solution to this. And my solution is, I think we should wait before we judge, okay? Now, normally I am not about that at all. I'm always like, oh, they show what they show and then we can judge that, right? Yeah, I know. But I think the nuance here is, what do we get from events? How many events are we getting? How much rewards are we getting from the events? I think that plays into effect here. Because if it's just a normal patch, on top of what we already, on top of the things we got, then I think it's not that great. Hi. Hi, baby. Hey, what is it? What is it? Oh, you're wet. Oh, you're wet. Oh, no. No. Came from outside, didn't you? Oh. Poor baby. My cat is all wet because from the rain. Oh. Alright. So solutions, right? I think that we should see the events first. The events, we're also getting like a new login screen that they're making currently, which should have an update. I think it was today. I think they said that they would update us on that today or tomorrow. Something like that. At least they said soon, I think. So I expect soon to be like 2, maybe 3 days. Maybe not 1 day, right? But regardless. The solution here to the problem is waiting till we see everything. And then we can fully understand like, okay, how bad was the compensation and rewards that we got? How bad was it? I think that's the best mindset to have for this right now. Alright, I should have plenty of them now. So, yeah, just waiting, man. We just gotta wait a little bit longer. Till 2.3 drops. So we can fully understand, okay, was the rewards, was it good enough or not? And if it wasn't, then we can, you know, go, grab our pitchforks and, you know, make a scene and try to, get what we want. But for now, even though it's very difficult, we should wait. And I really think that, I really believe that we should just have some patience, see what we're gonna get later for events and all that. And then we can see what else. Now I need these things, of course. Great. Supply packs. Oh, I have a bunch of them. Okay, how many do I need? 3. So yeah. But that's just my take on this whole situation. Obviously other people will have different opinions, and they're totally valid. My opinion is not the only one that counts. Maybe I'm too reasonable, you know, for some people. Or I'm very reasonable for other people, right? I like to believe I'm reasonable, but obviously your own, how you say this? Your own interpretation of yourself is always better or worse than other people perceive it as. So I think you have to keep that into account. So that's why I'm not saying I'm righteous or anything like that. I just say what I think, and if I turn out to be wrong, that's fine. Oh, I need these now. Great. That's totally okay with me. I have no issue with that whatsoever. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You know, I'll admit it. You know. But the most important part is we should wait. Just have patience. Patience, patience, patience. Until we can finally see the whole picture. Because now we're judging one puzzle piece, right? We're judging one puzzle piece, saying, oh, the game is not generous enough, you know. Like, I think it's not a smart thing to judge right now. And all the people that are speculating, like, oh, they're doing this on purpose. They purposely waited for the reward. Oh, damn, that's not good. They purposely waited for the rewards until people complained, and then they like, oh, look, we'll give you more like this. And then there's like this whole screenshot that was out that the people say, oh, look, there's leaked screenshots of proof of this, but it was all fake. It was already disproven at this point. Like, those things I don't support. I don't support like theory crafting that is based on like nothing other than like emotions and past trauma, or like just overall just like, well, theory crafting, right? Like very conspiracy theory crafting. to be precise. And I don't think you should believe any, like, conspiracies. It's fun to be, you know, be included in that stuff, but you shouldn't take that as credible things at all. Just because, oh, well, Hoyoverse did this before, so Kuro will probably pull the same shit. It sounds very stupid to me. Where the fuck you going, bitch? So, yeah, that's my take on the whole situation. Let me know what you think about it. Maybe I should have recorded this, made a video about it. Maybe I'll do that later. Should probably put it in my notepads. Yeah, I'll make a video about this. I'll upload it. And then we can converse about this whole situation, right? Because I'm willing to hear everyone out. Everyone who has an opinion, who isn't ignorant or isn't incoherent or isn't just straight up hating or calling me names or anything like that. I'm not listening to you, okay? If the moment you start calling me names or anything like that, I will just ignore everything you say, okay? So if you want to be respectful about it and talk like adults about this whole situation, I'm free to do that. I'm willing to do that. I really like having conversations that are just productive and instead of just ignorance, you know? So, yeah. With that being said, I hope you leave a couple comments about your take on this whole situation. Let me know what you think about my comments and my opinions. Yeah. Leave a like and subscribe, and that's about it. Take care.